So this week, Alex Garland's fourth dystopian nightmare, Civil War, is released. It follows a team of journalists travelling from New York down to Washington, hoping to cover the culmination of a rapidly escalating Second American Civil War. It's set in a dystopian future where a war-ravaged and jaded America struggles with divided states and fractured allegiances in order to topple a despotic president. The movie stars Nick Offerman as that president, which is really only a bookended cameo at the beginning and end of the film, but a really good turn from Offerman nonetheless. The main star of the film is Kirsten Dunst, who stars as Lee, a renowned wartime journalist who has covered many of the world's most horrific conflicts and now finds herself documenting the conflict within her own country. Narcos' Wagner Moura, who previously played Pablo Escobar in the Netflix TV series, is really good in this movie as well. Possibly the standout is Kaylee Spaney, who we previously saw in Sofia Coppola's Priscilla, and we will soon be seeing in Fede Alvarez's Alien Romulus. So a really good year for Kaylee Spaney and a really good performance here as well. There is already talk of Kirsten Dunst and Oscar buzz. I don't know if I would go that far, but it certainly is a really solid central performance, and she really does elevate an otherwise underdeveloped character. And it's true, you could say that of all the characters here. They're not terribly well fleshed out, and if the film falls down anywhere, it's within the writing and character development. Garland's direction flashes and bangs in all the right places. Rob Hardy's cinematography and Jake Edwards' editing are really slick and polished. A really beautiful looking movie in a horrific kind of way, but nonetheless the writing lets this down here and there. There seems to be no central message or no kind of trajectory for the plot to go to, except to Washington, to hopefully topple the despotic president of the day, who was illegally serving his third term of office. Stephen McKinley Henderson is the fourth cog on the wheel here and is a really good supporting actor for the three leads. Another standout cameo comes from Jesse Plemons, who comes right in the middle of the movie. It is a genuinely intense and terrifying scene and is a high point in the movie. I would argue that the movie, it kind of loses its way towards the end. The very last couple of minutes of the movie I thought were, in my opinion, a little bit silly, a little bit unnecessary. And well, that's just my opinion and a creative decision from the writers and director. This has been A24's most expensive film to produce, but also their most profitable. Plot-wise, the war erupts between authoritarian United States government and secessionist movements. Kaylee Spaney's Jessie joins the action in New York at the start of the movie and is saved by Lee Smith, played by Kirsten Dunst, during a shocking suicide bombing scene. Jessie is an aspiring wartime photographer herself and is in hot pursuit of that all-important shot. Wagner Moura plays Joel, who is Lee's colleague, and they plan to travel to DC in order to see the president deposed and the culmination of the war. Jessie is our eyes and ears in the movie, and we get to see this dystopian world from her standpoint, and her documentation as her photography skills are put to use in the way that she intends for covering wartime drama and conflict, and in her quest to follow in her mentor's footsteps. Unlike Garland's other movies, this plot is simple enough. It's an American road movie, but transposed into a dystopian and harrowing future, a what-if scenario, possibly even a cautionary tale of a reality that cannot really happen, and is a symptom of America's paranoia that affects the collective psyche. It is in some ways a personification or a heightened rendering of the polarization of opinion that pervades American society in these modern times. There is no such thing anymore as a respectful difference of opinion. It's either wrong or right, good or bad, and discourse has become so polarized and entrenched in virtue signalling and cancel culture. And so this movie in some ways emulates that, but within a wartime setting. I would say the movie is really good, beautiful to look at, well executed, and with four central performances that really elevate an otherwise middle-of-the-road script with underdeveloped characters that are hard to care about. I would advise you go and see this movie. You will enjoy it. You will be entertained. Just temper your expectations a little. I don't have a whole lot else to say in the movie, as the movie itself doesn't have so much to say in its narrative, but still worth a watch nonetheless. The runtime as well is also tight enough with 109 minutes, so it doesn't go on overly long, and that's probably a good thing. Anyhow, that's my 2 cents on the movie. If you get a chance to see it, I highly recommend it. If you liked the movie, get back to me and let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video and found the review helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for notifications. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.